Where's the beef?
That's Arby's. We have the beef, right? Oh no, is that Wendy's?
It's
Okay,
Wendy's.
excuse
It's
me.
Wendy's.
That's
It's
a
Wendy's.
terrible
Yeah,
game. That's a
you got it in the end. That's what
terrible
matters. That's what matters. Hi, I'm Josh Owen. As the owner of a video marketing company in New Orleans, I've been on the quest to learn everything I can about marketing. Everyone has a different style, different strategy, and a different experience. Is there a wrong way to do it? A right way to do it? Let's find out together as we make marketing make sense. Welcome everybody back to Make Marketing Make Sense. I'm here with Katherine LeBlanc, and you are with Apollo CMO.
That's right.
And well, not just with, but you are
I
Apollo
am
CMO.
CMO.
That is
right.
fantastic. And we're here to talk about today processing out your marketing.
Mhm.
And why that's important. And I know in specific, you are not only a marketing person, but you're also specifically for marketing to franchises.
That's right. Yep. So my niche, as they call it, is with franchise groups. The last 10 years, I've spent leading franchise marketing for several brands, local brands that have been, blow up into the franchise space. And so I'm leveraging that to help new brands that are coming up make sure that they have a sustainable marketing program in place so that they can have success now and in the future.
That's awesome. I mean,
Yeah.
when you're talking about like tailoring that to their specific needs, what do you mean by that? Like, what are you trying to do for these companies? What do they need in specific?
Sure. So specifically in franchise marketing, when someone purchases a franchise, they're purchasing a system. It's a system that you've already built. It's a system that has been proven out, and so they are entrepreneurs who don't maybe have the business idea, but like yours, right? And then they're gonna build it for you. And franchising is a great way to scale your company. For low cost because you're essentially using the capital of your franchisee to expand your locations. But in return, that franchisee has some expectations, and that comes in the form of training, that comes in the form of operations, also in the form of, innovating the product so that you are continuing to stay relevant to your guests, right? When you enter in a relationship with a franchisee, it's a long-term relationship.
Right.
And so you have to have your support set up. For brands that are smaller or just starting out, sometimes marketing can be not the highest priority, right? They're focused on their operations.
Right.
They're focused on making sure that their franchisees are profitable, which are all very important things, but that can also set up some bad habits for the future when it comes to marketing. And at some point, every brand needs marketing. Whether or not you
100%.
opened and you just, the hottest thing since sliced
Right.
bread, there's another hot sliced bread coming behind you, and you're
So
going,
much bread out there.
so you're going to need
Dang, all
marketing
right.
to help you
Yeah.
continue to stand out.
Right.
And so my goal is to work with those younger brands in establishing sustainable marketing programs so that their franchisees have something to follow. They understand the expectations of what marketing is, and you have a better relationship now and in the future with your franchisees when you're asking them to do marketing.
Right.
So that's a lot of vague terms, and what I specifically mean is how are we establishing your brand fund? So this is how the majority of franchise organizations market is through your brand fund. And that's when a franchisor collects a percentage of your sales or a dollar amount of your sales. They add it to a pool, and then in that pool, we spend it to market all locations. So that is something that I can come on board and help you put together. So how do you ask your franchisees to start contributing to that fund, as well as what should be in that fund? So I have often seen that franchise groups will start a fund and then immediately go to advertising. That's not always the first place that you should go. You can think about how, again, to set up that sustainable marketing infrastructure for franchisees to use in the future.
Right.
And then, on the flip side, franchisees need to do their own marketing in what we call local store marketing. So what are those programs and plans that you have in place that the franchisee can pick up and run? Remember, franchising is all about systems, and a franchisee is purchasing a system. And so as a franchisor, you have to give them the system to be successful. And that's how everyone is successful in franchising.
All of this talk of, franchisee, franchisor, and, leveraging the things they need to leverage for marketing. I mean, hopefully they're all doing marketing. Like, we're all there, but, with whatever marketing plan that the marketing plans that you see franchises have, what are some telltale signs like, it's time for an upgrade?
Yeah. So again, why I'm kind of focused on those brands that have, less locations than maybe they're ready to bring on someone with my experience, is because what I see is that whether or not you have a brand fund set up, you're often approached by different vendors to run your marketing
Mm,
programs, and that's great. The vendors that are out there, like digital marketing and email marketing
mm,
and advertising, graphic design, all of that is very necessary
mhm,
for your marketing success. But if the CEO is trying to bring all of that together, or if a low level kind of fresh out of college marketing coordinator is trying to bring all of that
mm,
together, you're going to be missing some things.
mm,
And so where I come in is to say, okay, what is your overarching kind of marketing ecosystem?
right.
It's not usually not very big, but what is it? Where should it go? And let's lay out a roadmap. And so, the brands that I work with, the telltale signs that I see are, we're spending all of our money in one digital channel.
Mm,
So whether that's search or Yelp or
mhm.
only on Facebook, you're only spending your dollars in
Oof.
one channel.
Oh no, God forbid.
Right.
You're stuck on Facebook, you
That's right.
know?
Well, and so it's important to increase that media
Right.
mix, right? You have to be where your guest is, and your guest isn't just on Facebook.
Mm,
You have to meet them where they are.
mhm,
So that's one sign. If your media is all in one channel, you need to talk to somebody about how do you diversify that.
mhm,
Another sign is if you're asking your franchisees to do all of the marketing,
mhm,
right? So if you haven't provided any plans for them, if you haven't provided any guidance or best practices, or even just encouraged franchisees to share what they're
mhm,
doing in marketing with each other, that's a sign that you need to establish some processes and systems
mhm,
that the franchisee is expecting to have,
mm,
so that you're setting up your franchisee for success.
right.
Now, I'll caveat that by saying all good ideas come from the field in franchising. The
Mm.
person in the field operating the business is going to come up with the best ideas, from marketing to new products,
So you're
all of it.
saying like the people that are boots on the ground, like owning their own franchise, are going to
Yes,
know best.
they do. They know their business best.
Oh.
But partner that with an expert, right? And that's where the magic happens. So they may
Oh.
be, running a terrific give back night program with a
Mhm,
local school. Well, in a franchise, you want to replicate and scale that. So
mm,
then you say, okay, franchisee, how are you running that program? Let me see how I can scale that to all of the other locations that we have, so that they can have success too. And so that's what, someone on the headquarters marketing team can bring to the
mm.
table as well.
Wow. Like, and that's a good, I mean, you mentioned a lot of good points. And one of the things that I always think about is, a lot of these franchises or just business in general think, oh, I can just get some body, college student
Hmm.
XYZ, someone on the lower end, because their costs are lower,
Yeah.
to do this because, how hard could it be? But then you quickly learn that it is very, difficult,
Hmm.
and that's what you're paying for when you're paying for quality service is,
Right.
you're paying for that system. And
Hmm.
so it's definitely great to hear that you're saying that same thing.
Hmm.
But especially with these agencies and all that, you as a consultant in that field, what would you say is the best time for a franchise to buy into something like yourself?
Well, I think that's the beauty of what we're seeing with the new buzz term fractional, right?
Mm.
So fractional means part time, or
Mm.
you're getting a fraction of my time.
Oh,
And
okay.
so what that introduces is some flexibility in terms of how long I'm going to be around, as well as the cost of
Mm.
what it costs to bring me on.
Hmm.
And so by introducing that flexibility, the franchisor has the opportunity to bring someone like me on earlier than they might have thought of, to
Oh,
begin with.
wow.
And something that you said kind of struck a chord with me. The challenge with hiring young marketers, which everybody needs a chance, and I love when people are given opportunities
Right.
to succeed and fail at the same time, because that's when
Mhm.
you learn
Yeah,
your best
exactly.
lessons.
Trial by fire, baby.
That's right.
Somebody's got to do it.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, I love, when young marketers are coming to the table. What the challenge
Mhm.
is that the young marketer doesn't yet know all of the things that they might be able to do,
Mm.
or have the experience to say, hey, we tried this over at this brand and it really worked.
Mm.
Let me bring it
Mhm.
over here.
Mhm.
And so they're depending on the CEO or the president or the founder to give them all of their tasks, right? So they're
Mhm.
usually very task oriented, they're tacticians, they can execute, but somebody else needs to provide the strategy, they need to provide the to-do list,
Mm.
and that falls on the CEO,
Mhm.
especially at these younger brands, because your teams are small.
Yeah.
And so the friction comes in that the marketing person might be, a crackerjack at executing on the tasks, but they're not bringing any new ideas to the table, or they're not bringing any ideas that are very strategic to the table to the CEO. And so the CEO can get burnt out on managing that marketing function.
Yeah.
And so that's where, bringing on someone like myself to manage that marketing function,
Right.
in addition to adding an executive expertise to the executive team. So whether or not, you're a big shop,
Right.
you have an executive team. You have
Right.
an owner, you have your right-hand man, and maybe one or two other people. So adding, some expertise and voice to that group is always beneficial to a business to succeed. Adding management duties to manage those new marketing managers, groom them, mold them, teach them what they need to do to be successful
Right.
and come up through the field, really can provide a value to not just franchise companies, but to any company that is young, knows marketing is important, but doesn't necessarily want to farm everything out to tacticians. Need
Gotcha.
someone with some strategy to come and bring it all together.
Wow. So yeah, I love that. So what you're saying is, one, piecemeal is great. Any franchise can get you at, starting now and slowly integrate you into their system.
Yep.
And then two, what you provide is a plethora of experience that you're going to use to, save them time and money.
That's right.
And so that sounds like, hey, why aren't more of these people signing
Yeah.
up? God dang, get me in there. I love that. Well, fantastic. Yeah. Well, I think this is a perfect time for us to hop into our special segment.
Uh-oh.
So I hope you're ready.
I'm a little worried.
You're worried? Don't be worried. This is gonna be, we're gonna do like a little game since you are in franchises.
Okay.
So we're gonna see how well you know franchises. It's called, franchise slogan that.
Oh no.
So I'm gonna give you some slogans of franchises.
Okay.
And oh no, this is great. You're gonna look great. Everything's gonna be perfect. This is gonna be fantastic. I'm gonna give you some slogans of famous franchises, and we'll see if you can tell me what brand it is.
We will see. Okay.
So I like this one. So we'll start off with let's start off with having fun since 1933.
What? Are these well known?
I mean, I feel like this is well known.
Having fun since 1933. Give me the category.
We're gonna keep these all to food and beverage.
Food and beverage. Okay. Having fun since 1933. 1933.
Food and beverage.
Is it McDonald's?
Having fun. It's not McDonald's. It's Pat O'Brien's.
That's not a franchise, is it?
That's a right.
Okay.
Right.
You'll have to cut
cut that one. We'll do another one. All right. This one's easy. Where's the beef?
That's Arby's. We have the beef, right? Oh no, is that Wendy's?
It's Wendy's.
Okay,
It's Wendy's.
not-
It's
that's a
Wendy's.
terrible
Yeah.
game.
You got it to the end. That's what matters. That's what matters. I was like, all right. Let's see. Food with integrity.
That's like Panera or Chipotle or. Am I getting close?
I mean,
Am I warm?
that's pretty. You're getting,
Food with integrity.
I mean, like, I will tell you that you may have already said it.
I'll go with. Well, I don't know which one.
It's food with integrity.
I'll do Chipotle.
It's Chipotle.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. That's what they're known for.
elite.
Chipotle,
Yes.
like they want to provide those fresh ingredients. So, it was good that you caught on to that. And then let's do freaky fast, freaky good.
I know that one. Jimmy John's.
Jimmy John's. That's a Comfy
good
Stone
one.
favorite. Those Jimmy John's fueled some of the earliest of Comfy Stone's
Man, when you're
days.
in a pinch,
Chummy
freaky fast stands
That's what you
out.
need. Freaky
That's
fast.
right.
That's what you need sometimes.
It does.
They've
It's a
got
good
the
one.
smells and they've got the speed, so that's all they need. Well, fantastic. I mean, the only last one I wanted to see if you knew was Yo quiero blank.
Taco Bell.
Wow, she's good. She's good. She nailed them all. Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah.
We thought we could stump you with one, but you know what? You got them all. I mean, well, Pat O'Brien's. People are like, is that a franchise? I don't know. I just typed in.
I've seen it in other cities. I
So-
didn't know that they had different owners.
That's a good question. You'll hear it here first. There's a plenty of room for more franchise in this world. So
Man,
hopefully-
so there are more than 3,000 franchises
more than
in
3,000.
the country. Yes.
Man,
There's something between like 200 and 350 that start every year.
and all 3,000 of them should be working
That's right.
with Katherine LeBlanc. There we go.
Well, thanks for that plug.
Absolutely. Well, here another chance to plug. Katherine, where can people find you online and in social?
Sure. You can find me on LinkedIn at Katherine.LeBlanc. And my email is Katherine@apollocmo.com.
Awesome. Fantastic. And no website or socials?
Nope.
All right. Well, we won't
That's
talk
what
about
we'll
those.
be working about.
All right.
On those.
We'll be working on that. We're working on that. Coming soon. Well, thank you so much, Katherine, for joining us. This has been another wonderful episode of Make Marketing Make Sense, and we'll see you all on the next one. This has been Make Marketing Make Sense, brought to you by Comfy Stone. If you need video content for social media, your website, or email marketing, hit up Comfy Stone at comfystone.com and follow Comfy Stone on Instagram and TikTok. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.